Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Maiden here, and today we've got a race P18 to P2. You guys are gonna love this. I'm gonna show you a bit of the chaos at the start, and then we're gonna jump to the final few laps, which are so entertaining. You guys are gonna be at the edge of your seats throughout the whole time. Alright, getting ready for the race start. We don't want to be going and pushing up ahead because rookie lobbies, turn one's always going to be chaos. We're going to be at the back of the grid. Seems like Francisco is having some ping issues because he's going super slowly. We're going to overtake him. Get overtaken from behind as well. Not an issue though. We want to be as safe as possible heading into turn one. And we were right because look at that carnage, guys. 3-4 cars just out and about all over the track. We get hit once, twice, thrice actually, and we still keep going somehow miraculously, and that I feel is a little bit of foreshadowing towards the outcome of the race. Another one over here, we got Polly, and he goes a little slow, breaks a little early, so we're going to take that outside line. We know our racing line very well on this track at the moment, and we're going to slot right up ahead of him behind the black Mazda of Javier. Post turn 1, 2, 3, I think it's been pretty good up until the corkscrew where more contact happens. We gain another place. And we also see this yellow Mazda facing the wrong way on the grass. Oh man, rookie lobbies, man, you gotta love them, honestly. Makes my day just seeing them like all over the place. The thing on the inside over here, but take it a little safe. We don't want to take any risks again. For the most part, this race was supposed to be for my safety rating. I wasn't intentionally pushing as the black Mazda of Javier goes wide. See you, Javier. And we've got Adrian up ahead next. As I was saying, the safety rating is what we were going for this race. We really didn't want to push our luck. For the most part, I was just keeping a steady line, playing it safe, driving as much as I could. As Adrian goes wide, and we keep enough speed on that long left-hander and overtake him comfortably before the turn up ahead. And there we have another two-car contact, and another place on us. Sweat and the car up ahead are the ones we're fighting now. I give them a slight flash just to let them know, hey, I might be a little faster than you coming through. So it goes a little squirrely, gets almost making contact into his rear, but we save it, he saves it, and we're all racing hard. It's what happens, we're gonna keep going at it. So we brake a little early into that corner, which is totally okay, because there's still another car up ahead that Sweat also needs to fight. Preferably, we're going to try and overtake Sweat. If not, we're going to let them fight it out and capitalize on any mistakes. Ooh, late brake from us there as both of us go a little wide. Heading up to the chicane, both of them are getting a little close to each other. Sweat takes the sausage curbs and goes wide, almost makes contact with the car up ahead, but he's right behind him. He's gaining on that guy over there. Carlos Garcia is under threat from Sweat Tank, and we're just going to watch the racing action. As Sweat takes the inside, gets that corner, Carlos goes onto the grass, and almost contact over there. Luckily, he had a little bit of counter steer, and that timing was just perfect. We didn't make any contact whatsoever. Now it's between me and Sweat. Just like that, as you're patient, things just come to you, man. I'm going to be floating the car around the final corner. Don't want to be taking any risks, pushing too hard, losing traction, spinning out. Nothing of the sort. We're just going to keep clean racing lines, brake where we need to brake, and make sure to avoid any contact whatsoever. And Sweat gets a little squirrely again into turn one. Turn one is something I've been taking pretty good on this track in this race, which otherwise is usually inconsistent from my end. But this race, there's just something else about turn one. I was just gaining so much time on each car. Sweat likes taking that wider line in, while I like to brake a little earlier, a little more conservatively, get that rotation in early, whereas Sweat keeps that momentum up, which might have been as he gets a little more squirrely again, goes onto the concrete, which slows you down terribly. And I'm right behind him, taking that inside line into corkscrew, trying to see if I can just get that inside line, make that overtake done. But he's right alongside us. We're going to be taking that right-hander and just a little bit of extra sweet from Sweat, and he's able to stay ahead of me. And just like that, we're going to be fighting for another lap, keeping that clean through the chicane. He cuts the chicane. We go a little wide. That's not great. And just like that, Sweat's able to pull ahead, and we have to make up some time on him again. Now, while I'm catching up to him, what I really like about this track is the amount of elevation changes, and along with that, the fact that There's a lot of chicanes and medium speed corners. I do love myself some good flat out medium speed corners, especially on a nimble car like the Mazda MX5. It's just so fun to try and make sure to keep that momentum up. Oh, and there's contact between Sweat and a car that's gone off. That position is ours. We didn't even need to fight for it. Just like that, we're back up into the top 5, and now we can just keep our head down and keep racing. Valentine goes a little wide. We take a little bit of curb, but that's okay. Still gain much more than we lose out on. And he's getting within striking distance lap by lap. We're going to be there on his tail in no time. Oh, and there's a person off over there. St. John's Spoos is in the number 3 car, off onto the track. Gives us another position. And we take the sausage over there. A little slippery, but again, lifting off the throttle just saves us there, keeps us on track. At this point in the race, it's screw safety rating. We're going for that podium. So Valentine here gets interrupted by a back marker, loses a bit of time. We also lose a little bit of time on T1, but enough to catch up to him, get closer as the back marker moves out of the way. Does not hinder us in any way whatsoever, giving us the best possible outcome while hindering Valentine. Now catching up, this is a race, the game is on. I'm fighting for that podium. I do not know anything other than pushing hard and just get that position. And we take a great exit while Valentine gets very squirrely over the exit. And we're just making up time. We're on him, we're slipstreaming him right on his bumper as we move towards the inside over here. And we're going to take that corner very easily. There's no fighting on that one there, Valentine. Now he's still right behind us. It is a long sweeping corner. He does get a better exit. I'm weaving a little. I'm a little unsure on where to go, but decide on taking that curb over there, making sure that we keep Valentine behind us. Could have done it a little better, picked that a little earlier, but that's a point noted for the next race. Now Valentine gets a good exit out of the final turn onto the main straight, and he does try to have that look on the inside, but brakes a little too early while I go in deep and get that out, keeping that P3. We're not losing that position. I'm already excited at this point that I'm into the podium positions, and I do not want to lose out on it. So I'm like super locked in on the race at this point. So Valentine tries, he's just right behind us, making sure that we know he's there, keeping us on our edge, but we're not losing our cool over here. We're going to keep going at it. We're not going to let him have any kind of opportunity to overtake us. He's just going to try keeping good lines as much as possible, make sure he messes up on his own. Now we're just focused over here. We've got Valentine behind us. He's already falling back over here. And then he brakes a little late and just has to go wide. And just like that, we know now for a fact that P3 is ours. And this is, at this point, I can see P2 in front of me, and I just know that P2 is on the cards with 2 laps to go, and I have to fight for it. We're flashing the back marker as we don't want any kind of hindrance, and we have a car off track. Very tricky situation, yet somehow we make it out without having to lose too much speed. Just having a little bit of a slow exit, allowing P3 to catch up with us. While he gets an insane exit, we cover off the right side of the track and he bumps into us a little bit because of my indecision and a little on his part as well. But we're going to keep that P3 still. And at this point over here, I see P2 up ahead, and I just know that that is an achievable gap in 2 laps time. And I'm just pushing harder than I've ever before at this point. I just want that P2 so badly. The race is on, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part that you came for. You do not want to miss out on anything. And just like that, we're going to be taking this curb by curb, 1 corner at a time. We do not want to mess up anything. Brake at the right point. Keep as much speed as possible through each exit. I believe and I feel that this is probably has been one of my best laps, trying to catch up to P2 there. Keeping it nice and tight over the inside and just getting that little bit of extra momentum while exiting the corner. And there we have him in our sights, the P2 driver, Dragutin Ristic from Montenegro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The fight is on. I am going for that P2. My highest position finish ever, and we're just going to be pushing hard and hard. We want this position. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I get that. Just going to be following him, get as close to him as possible, put that pressure on, make sure he knows we're there as he goes very deep into the corkscrew, and we keep it still relatively tidy. We don't have that inside line, but we don't go as wide as him either. We're just gaining every corner on this guy. Coming into this chicane, this is where I have some crisis of faith in my car, but that's okay because this time we take the most perfect possible exit, not having to fully lift off the throttle. We get such a good line on him. We're just slipstreaming him, taking a little bit of grass over there, which slows us down. Unfortunately, we can't do the overtake on this corner because of that grass, but that's okay. He goes a little wide still, which allows us to just get in there and just have that position. What racing action! It was unbelievable. It was genuinely unbelievable, guys. I was just losing my mind at this point, being in P2. I want to keep my cool. Don't want to make any mistakes. We have P2 right behind us. He's not going to let it off that easy. He's still got good pace on us, actually. But we have to defend with our life over here at this point. He's catching up. He's gonna try and look on the inside. We keep the outside line. It's definitely always the better side to be braking on. Little bit of contact over there. Nothing serious, just racing hard. Into turn 3, I let him have the inside. He overtakes me. I have to be a little conservative. Again, this is where I remember I'm here for the safety rating, not just the points. I'm already on the podium. We're gonna let him by. And we've got the back marker of Juho up ahead. And honestly, this is going to turn out to be a very good thing because that he overtook us, because right at this moment, there's going to be contact and 2 back markers get taken out in one corner by a front runner. We do not gain any time on him, but at the same time, Dragutin is hassled. He's going to be making mistakes at this point while we are locked in, knowing that it wasn't our fault whatsoever. Just waiting for that capitalistic, that opportunistic moment to just pounce on him and get that position. Okay, and coming up to the most important part of this track, the chicane, because this can make or break a overtake on a person, and I go a little squirrely, taking some curve and sliding out my rears a little, but keeping it well on track. Having that slipstream on him is very beneficial. No touching the grass this time, and we're just going to stay right behind him. This is the final lap right here, guys, and this is going to go hard. This is going to go hard. We go a little wide. He takes the inside line very tightly. We get some speed on him. Again, a little bit of slipstream is always helpful, and we're not going to be lifting off until he does. We do have to brake a little because he lifted off. Opens up the inside line for us, and we just take it over there. Oh my god, just beautiful racing. He cannot overtake us. He tries it on the inside, tries to bump us instead, and he's going to try and pull up alongside us. That's the checkered line right there, and P2 is ours. Just like that. P2, baby. Ooh, what a race it's been. And just we have Sweat Tank right there. A little bit of celebratory look. He is my mate after all. We had some good racing over there. And St. John's Coors, the guy who went off track, giving us that beautiful pass up ahead. No resistance from him at all because he was off track. But I hope you guys enjoyed the race, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of these with you. I absolutely would love to be the chaos in these lobbies, I tell you, man. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more racing, make sure to subscribe, like, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Happy racing, everyone.